I've decided to start a blog. Don't worry, I'm in hardcore traffic, so I'm barely driving right now. But I decided to start a video blog on this whole Donald Trump being elected for president, and just so people can get a perspective on different views that and different emotions that people are going through. I think it's pretty hard to fully grasp what a lot of people are feeling right now, and the rage that they have, or the fear that they have. And it's the same thing that happened during the past year and a half when we were deciding, which Republican to represent us and which Democrat to represent us. It was the same fear that we have now. And today at my work, there was a guy from Kaleidosoi named Mike Sisso, and he goes around and teaches people on how to be leaders. And he changed my view, my perspective of what I've been seeing in the media and what's happening around us right now. I just think it's very important that while we're expressing our feelings and we're expressing these videos on Facebook, and I'm guilty myself of doing that, we need to understand what other people are feeling, and we need to watch our comments. And we can agree to disagree, but it needs to be in a respectful way. And I learned that also today when a friend approached me privately through Messenger on Facebook, and he told me, "Hey Martha, I understand your concerns. I understand what you're going through, and believe me, I feel the same way. However, look at it through a different perspective. Have faith, be patient, and there's a greater plan for that." And I was mad, so I had to take a few minutes to calm myself down, because if I had replied right then and there, I would have said something that would have ruined our friendship, our very little friendship that we have right now, just by being friends on Facebook. And I didn't want that. I didn't want to ruin that. And I also, even before going through the seminar from Mike Sisso, I was already having that mentality that, you know what, people are going to be furious about what you say and how you say it and when you say it. Because right now, it's a hard time for every American, especially white people, because they feel like they can't express themselves because they're going to be called racist. And it's the same thing that's going on. Like, if I express my emotions, I'm gonna get targeted by someone. So it's just a reminder for all of us to just be cautious and have respect. Whether we're having just a conversation on Facebook and we're commenting on each other, be logical and be less emotional. If you feel like you're gonna send a message out to someone and you're gonna get targeted for hate or for being a racist, you need to go back, reread your message, and figure out how you can make that possibility less. Because then their response is gonna hurt you, and then you're gonna comment back because you're hurt, and it's just gonna be a thread of hate and hate and hate and hate. So, and I'm saying this as an apology to anybody that I've offended, but I try not to comment so much on people's responses or what they put on social media. And when I do, I try to do it as respectfully as I can, because I'm mature, I'm an adult, I know my feelings have been hurt, my feelings are hurt. So, and I don't want to hurt other people's feelings, I don't want to create more hate. However, I myself too have to be more cautious about what I put on social media, who I'm commenting on, and what I'm saying exactly, because we don't know what we're how we're saying things if it's just through text. I can be interpreting the same text message that someone else might be reading differently than they are. So we just need to be really cautious and just be patient, I guess. And it's really hard for me to say this, and I'm holding back so many tears. Well, and I'm trying to be strong, because my argument towards the things that I want to do is all based on excuses and based on pointing fingers at like people or a specific person, and that's not what I wanted to do. That wasn't my intention, and I never want to hurt people, but I also don't want to just sit here and allow for these things to happen. And I feel like I am surrounding myself with a lot of negativity in the United States right now, and not just in the United States, but all over the world. Canada and Russia and Europe, who are also commenting on the election and the outcome to it, and Donald Trump and this and that. But along with all that negativity, I also have to add some positivity in it, and that's been really hard for me to find in social media and in the news. I feel like a lot of it is based off of my personal opinion and what I really want to feel, and I want to feel angry about what's going on, and I want that to be okay, to feel angry, and I want people to be okay with how I'm dealing with it. Before today, I was using that anger in a negative way. I was doing what the opponent wants us to do, which is to target each other and to have hate in this world. And you're right, I don't know what our president-elect is going to do in office, and if anything, if he really is for the people, he's gonna go into presidency, he's gonna take down the government, he's gonna change things up to make it better on us. And by us, I mean us citizens here in the United States, and not just even the citizens, but just humanity here in the United States. And I hope that happens. I really do hope it happens. It's really hard for me to express my anger, and because I don't want to do it by hurting other people. I don't want to do it by sending these negative comments or being portrayed as negative, when in reality I'm trying not to, but I want my voice to be heard. I don't want to stay in silent, which is why I'm making a video blog, and I'll be posting hopefully every week and counting down to the day he comes into office. But one thing that I won't be doing is just standing by the TV and watching the media portray all these negative things that are going on in the United States, because when there is one negative thing going on, there's probably 10 positive things that are going on. I mean, here in Arizona, Flagstaff just got their first black mayor. That's amazing. And their first LGBT vice mayor who's very open about her sexuality. And that's just here in Arizona, in Flagstaff. So I need to remember, and we should all remember, that when there's one thing bad that's going on, there's 10 positive things that are also going on at that same time, maybe because of that same reason. Like, it's all intertwined and it's all connected and it's all together, and just like that's together, we need to stay together as Americans, whether we're African American, Native American, Latinos, Mexican American. We just need to stay together, and I'm sorry to all the people that are hurting, and I wish I could say that what we're doing is okay by protesting and making riots out of all of this, but Donald Trump is not in office yet, and we need to be patient and we need to wait. One thing that I am going to say that I'm going to do, because I can, is knock on doors when it's time to elect our new Senate and our new House and our new representatives of the state, of our county. And we need to get out there and vote, because guess what? It starts off with the little votes that we do throughout the years. Those little tiny ones. Whoever we vote as mayor is going to rise up, and they're going to want to become more. They're going to want to become senators. They're going to want to become secretaries or whatever. And we need to be able to learn who those people are, what they're trying to do for the state first, so that way when they do want to become president, or when they do want to be in the Senate or the House, we already know what they want and we know whether or not to vote for them. So that's where it needs to start. Stop protesting, and let's spread the word out there to go out and vote early, because voting makes a difference when it starts off small. So we need to start off with our state. We need to start off with the laws that are being built in our state and the people that are creating those laws being built in our state, and we need to change that in order for us to be able to change the electoral colleges, in order for us to be able to change the outcomes of who becomes our next president, or who runs the Senate and who runs the House, and whether it's the Democrats or the Republicans or the Independents, whatever we want. But stop protesting, stop being out there on the streets. And I say this in a really humble way, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of negative feedback, and believe me, half of me is like trying to tear apart from me, but this is what my heart desires, and it doesn't want hate, and it doesn't want to feel fear, because when we are fearful, we do things that are not logical, and that can get us hurt in the long run. So please, see this through different lenses, and maybe we can change the world.